One. Good evening and welcome to. This is a video for Dan Peters. Dan, the Magic Man. I owe you an apology for sure. For more than one thing, I'm sure too. But let's first begin with the delayed reply of this video. I've been intending to make you a video on the circumstances of your unfortunate investment in higher education, your attempt to have a career to benefit yourself, to benefit your family, your mother, your poor dear old mother in Wisconsin, whom you're going to go live with. And as you have already been made very, very aware last semester, that by September, but for the fact that my landlord and his new tenant, his friend downstairs, Mr. Thomas Reed, but for the fact that September, oh my God, here's my son. Thank you, son. But for the fact that landlords Ernest Campbell and Lawrence Larry Klutz maliciously, no, this is, where is he? This is, who texted me? That wasn't him. He's still not here. But for the fact those landlords and that landlord and the tenant down there shut my electricity off, and despite me asking multiple times to have that breaker box welded shut, locked, whatever, locked with a padlock is what I asked, and I was refused multiple times. Every time I've asked, like everything else I've asked for, there, everything else. Who's coming? Oh, there's my son. Okay, here we go. Well, this one's for me, Dan. Sorry, unless you want to be involved, sure. I've been very concerned about him today. He's late checking in. Son, you're late checking in. You're late checking in. It's not a sin. No, it's not a sin. I will dial you now. Our call has ended, and they have pretended to be my friends, but they're not very friendly when they son.
Bonjour.
Oh, bonjour. Are you there? Are you here? Do you hear? Oh, good. Hold on. Let me turn you up, son. I hear you. I hear you now. Hold on. Let me turn you up. The network's disturbed. There you go. Are you okay? Okay.
Connection.
It's okay. Talk to me.
The internet connection. So I'm using a different method to communicate with you.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, they cut off the internet connection. So, because I'm using M10 and they cut off the M10 connection the whole of yesterday. I don't know. They cut off the connection.
It's okay, son. I'm just happy to hear from you that you're okay. You're okay? Are you okay, son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, good.
Fine.
So is that why you called me from your other number today? Because of the bad network connection?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Yes.
No worries. You never ever call me from that number, so Dad had a little concern. So little concern. I'm happy to hear from you, young man.
Yeah, not like this. The connection is they have ceased the connection in all the English region, so that sees it also. I'm just using it to communicate with you.
Right. Thank you.
I'm using this.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
Because I
much.
was struggling to get to the reach.
Okay.
I was struggling to get because it implies that if you want the connection back, I only have to go to dual and then come before I can communicate with you normally. And this new system is quite expensive. I just have to buy a normal credit before I use it. So it's correct. But the good thing is that I'm able to communicate with you to let you know what's going on.
Thank you. Yes, that is good news, son. And whatever it costs, don't worry about it. Dad's, we can afford it, okay? We will afford it. It's important.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.
Son, I must inform you at this moment.
Were you able to?
One moment, please. One moment before we proceed any further. I wanted to inform you,
Okay.
as I always do, people. It's my standard SOP, which is Standard Operating Protocol. That's what it stands for. It's Dad's SOP to inform people when he's recording. Okay, because it's not fair to other people. So I'm informing you now that I was recording before you called, and when I answered, and we're still recording actually. So now that we're proceeding in the conversation, I can go ahead and turn that off. Privately, unless you don't mind, you want to record this, I don't care, because I mean it's just everything we do is a story. Son, dad, son, dad. What do you want me to do? You want me to turn it off, or you want me to keep it for who knows what? No, who knows what? We're gonna keep it on, son. We have nothing to hide, and they already know everything anyway. All right, son, go ahead. Do you want me to turn it off? Say something. Would you feel comfortable if I turned it off? Will you feel more comfortable if I turn this off? Oh, and Austin's here too. Uncle Austin. Here, that's too much pressure. Do you hear me okay now?
It's better.
Better?
It's better now.
I hear you clearly.
I just wanted to inform you.
Yes, I'm listening.
So they didn't reply. They didn't give you any reply yesterday, right?
No, I haven't received any reply yet, and I've been keeping my email box open, son. Looking, waiting for, I know a watched pot never boils. And Reed is on my alert list to show up onto my phone. So I will know the moment that they email me the reply, or call me, I will know the moment, and you will know moments therefore. Go ahead.
I'm confident that you're not able to get in touch with them because you wake up and start the program afternoon.
Okay. Well, that's your mistake, son. That's your mistake, son. That's your mistake, son. That's your mistake, son. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Start it in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Very well.
If you're starting on this program, then you need to go to start this program in the morning where everybody just comes to the office and everybody is like, looking on what happened yesterday. On the last week, they try to retouch everything in the morning. In the afternoon, they work with the kind of people close early, and then they'll have people go to lunch and come back tired. So it's always advisable to do this thing in the morning. But since you started today in the noon, it was kind of frustrating, and they could not reply back. So it's advisable you always get up early in the morning, so you can communicate with them more easier. Because in the morning, if you call, I think the phone will be available by all time for anybody to pick.
On any other January 15th, 2000 whatever, except not 19, that might be true, son, and you would be able to really chastise me, and you would be right. And actually, I'm going to give it to you. The judges are going to give it to you, because let me inform you something that is kind of unusual, that is affecting lots of people's lives, if not just their conversation, or how much it's affecting, who knows. But I must inform you, son. Okay, it's irrelevant, son. Let me inform. Okay, son, it's okay. I'm only informing you that our government is kind of not working right now, and that the senators and their staff are kind of volunteering their time because our president has cut all the funding to the government until he gets funding to build his wall between the United States and Mexico. Our dear NAFTA partner, our partner in NAFTA, our partner in love and our partner in life in the Northern Hemisphere. Bring me your tired, your poor, your exceptional, but not your hard ass motherfucking workers who pay with cash, do with cash. Son,
Get free TVs.
did we lose connection? I think we did. Hold on, son. Where are you? This is my son, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, my son. Mr. Lionel. Really? The networks. Lionel, where are you? Lionel? Oh, they cut off the internet connection. Okay. Well, son, I'll tell you. The network's disturbing. The network's unnerving. Thank you. I only wish to thank you for your advice. And that's true, son. That's good advice. I need to hear those things. And I'm not going to give you the excuse that our government's shut down. I'm not even going to worry you that the government here is shut down and that people are worried about it here. Because that's just extra worry. And I'll tell you to do concern and you won't concern it. You'll worry about it. I regret further frustrations that my sleeping into frustrations. And Dad, starting late. Let's say we're starting late. We're not going to say slept in. Slept in. Starting late may have caused you, daughter, or mom. Mom, please forgive me. Please forgive me. It's the last thing that you need. Please forgive me. You don't need any more stress. Mom and daughter are okay. Yes. Check in again. I love you. Okay, now, a rip a weed, a rip indeed. You know that you're recording. And I don't know what kind of weed you're talking about, sir. You caught me off guard.
Purple kind.
Purple?
Yeah.
Purple darple. Purple what? Dad, please try to make things happen fast now, Dad. It's not good here. I know. Son, I know. I will. I am. Yes, son. I am on it.
It is super good here, though, huh?
I am staying up until they arrive into the office, son, okay? Many of our government workers
Pain is felt.
are also not being able to go to work lately, and many like Petty Reed and the senator. The senator doesn't volunteer his time. These people don't volunteer their time. Come on, don't blow smoke up a ninja's ass and then tell him the government does. The senator's volunteering his time, as is his staff.
The centaurs?
Say that line. You know what? The centaurs, the senators, the senators, the centaurs, the senators, the centaurs, the senators, the senators. I like that. We'll use that. And we'll also use things are very bad here. Son.
Smoke, crack, wage war.
Smoke, crack, wage war. But that was right. We don't smoke crack. We don't wage war. That last part was
Is this live? Is this really live?
No, it's not live. I'm not anything live. I'm not alive. Overstood. Overstood, son. Overstood. Overstood, son. No, that's what we're trying to do. Overstood, son. Dad overstands. Please go inside now, please.
Where's the perp?
12 hours.
Is that a hoodie that's in your under your shirt back there?
Yes, you can grab it.
I mean, is it a beanie?
It's a beanie. What? No, I'm busy. I'm busy thinking. Ask me some crap questions
No,
again.
it's in the back of your shirt. Is that a beanie? Yeah, that.
I've been looking for that. Yes. United States MC.
Now
I'm the U.S. MC. I'm the.
You want me to shut up?
Me.
I actually helped you out, and you still want me to shut up.
No, did I tell you
Just
to shut
like
up?
the dim squatters rights thing, bullshit.
Oh, dude, I really did fuck that up, didn't I?
About that.
I fucked that up. I did.
You should shut up more often.
I'm sorry. I was, but you waited till the last minute to say that. You know, you could have mentioned.
I said it 2 days before that.
Okay, so
You didn't listen to me.
are you inside? You said it 10 days before? 2 days? How
Something
many?
like that.
10 or 2? It's important. You weren't
2
there
days.
for
Like
10 days.
Like 2 days.
Like they think everybody's squatting. No wonder 2. I can believe 2 because it was cold as balls out.
Like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2 days before that, you were informing me of the legalities. 2 days before I was evicted, that would have been December 15th. 2 days before would have been December 15th because I got evicted on December 17th.
I think when I first saw the letter, like way before that. It was like,
Oh, yeah, you were the one that told me about the letter. See, I wasn't even allowed to go on the port. I couldn't read that letter. I didn't get less. I got less than a 72-hour notice. It's just dirt, ash, or what? I don't know. Oh, are you that? You guys see that good? That well? You guys see that? I don't know, but I don't smoke crack. I don't even think they make it anymore. Do they?
They probably don't. It's a waste of money and time.
Right, like everything.
Except for that.
Well, what if you're just joining us?
Guaranteed good time.
What was the earlier line? The earlier line was, "We don't smoke crack. We lick it. We lick it. We kiss it.
Take it out
We
the
stick
oven.
it. We lick it. We stick it. We lick it.
Whoa,
We lick it. We stick it. We pick it. We
whoa. What trees to grow on?
What trees do pineapples don't grow on trees?
No crap.
Crack doesn't grow on
You
trees.
just said we pick it. Where do we get it?
That's why it's nasty.
plant that
That's why
tree?
it's a nasty fun. Yeah. No, pick it like a tree, like a fruit. That's a good one. Good
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
crack
Good
tree.
fun pun,
Crack
son. Good fun pun, son. Good fun pun.
Crack
Good fun
tree.
pun, son. Good fun pun.
Everybody's playing crack
Good
trees today.
fun pun. That's right. That's right. Good fun pun. I don't even have any instruments here. I took all the instruments to someone else.
They're gone.
You know, I did lose my little hand drum. That was the first thing. The
I
very
already
first
told
day.
you where it was at.
Where?
You told me it was at that. It was at that church with the pianos.
But it's not.
Yes, it is. They stole it. They use it every Sunday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The pianos, the congregationals, or
Yeah. No, yeah, the Sunday church, the Sunday
the
meeting.
Sunday meal? I thought you said the Monday meal.
They clean jack that shit.
No, I don't think I've asked those people.
That's where it is.
Okay. No, I asked the
was
the
there.
Mormons. I asked the Mormons and the senior
seen it in
centers, the
color.
senior citizens. I thought you said Monday meal. not Sunday. Okay. So what do we do now, Dad? Now we do.
Whisper.
You know, we're smirking. We're smirking. You're right. That's what we're doing. Here you go. I'm going to load you a green, fresh one.
Can I look at that?
Oh, it's nice. Sure, you can look, but you can't tell. Oh, there's not very much lights here.
It's pretty fuzzy, sour
And
diesel
that's
looking
very,
stuff.
very nice looking stuff. It's very good too.
Looks like sour diesel.
This is see. I should have spent $60 on this instead of $60 on that. It's this or that. Tit for tat. It's this or that. Tit for tat. Because it's a gamble with Klutz and Campbell. It's a gamble with Klutz and Campbell. It's a gamble with Klutz and Campbell.
Oh,
You know, I started this video out for my students.
this is gonna be a great video.
I think so. I think you're right.
It's
Well,
gonna be
any
so
video
fun.
with me, and it's always
Are you gonna broadcast it fucking over everything?
no,
Say this is so and so, and he does not give a shit.
right?
It's all
No,
fun. It's all just
someday
joking.
we will. Someday we will broadcast it as soon as we have the technology to white out my wrinkles. Here, this is not very tight. Oh, it's not very tight. It's not very right. It's not very.
You broadcasted my
Wait,
fucking rant about the.
What rent?
You broadcasted my rant about the damn eviction. Why did you do that?
Because this is actually the only thing I'm
that was
talking
so-
about tonight is my eviction.
That was
Because I've been
that was
working.
a ridiculous rant.
It was true.
I'm fixing to go on another one.
It was true. I lost my pet. I lost a pet. That poor pet could not have survived. I've barely survived, and I'm pretty. I would hope I'm smarter than
Whoa.
animal, but you never know. Actually. Oh, here, son.
So you've been recording this whole time. You told me you had.
No, no, I told son.
You lied on me.
I didn't lie. I
You
told
lied
you.
on me.
I didn't.
What I did.
Would you hand me my makeup,
Why are you
please?
lying on me?
Would you stop with me?
Oh,
I'm
that
the
tastes-
USMC. I can do what I need.
It tastes.
Son.
It tastes.
Son. Okay. Well, we're gonna call him. We're gonna
It
call
tastes-
son. It tastes delicious, nutritious, just like semen.
We delicious.
Just like.
That's way too far. That's
What? Well, when you're out to sea, you see, the seamen are
that's
out to sea. Son.
Really?
Hey, how are you again? Thank you for letting me know that you're inside. You sound good. Your new network is good. It's worth whatever francs those morons think it's worth, okay? I called your other phone, and I several times, and I'm able to get through there, son. I think because it takes me to your voicemail, and it's French. It's some lady speaking in French, right? Is that you? That's you,
Why do
right?
people always calling me names? It's either get or
Hold on,
call
wait.
me
I'm on the phone,
Oh,
sir. Yeah, I'm on the phone with my son, please.
Speaking in French.
Yeah, that's your voicemail. I mean, I got your voicemail. What I'm saying is I called your number several times, and I received your voicemail greeting, which was a female's voice that spoke French words that I didn't quite understand yet because it's too soft. So I'm saying, son, I do believe with your new number, Dad'll be able to call you also. I think. Do you want me to try it now while we're on the phone and see if it rings? Because this will be a breakthrough right there, son.
Okay,
I've never been able to call you except on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. Sure. And of course, I do have to restart my device, son. As you know, Dad has to restart his silly device every single time he does anything on this device because it's still the same old broken device that it was.
What the fuck?
Okay. Now, I'm sorry. No hushing. Stop. No hushing. No rushing.
Just give me blueprints.
No pushing. No
blueprints.
touching. No rushing. No hushing. No pushing. No
Who are we?
touching. Oh, Dumb and Dumber. Jack and Jill.
We're not the second dumb.
Jack and
Someone
Bill?
sucks.
I'm USMC.
Okay.
Hey, yo, this is USMC. No, I need to. Oh, that's my new USMC.online. USMC.online.
You're gonna get us fucking beat up.
Oh, you're right. Well, at least kicked out of the garage, if nothing else. Rate the network call. We'll say 3 for considering it's Cameroon, Africa. And as we know, because our president said so, that everything in Africa is a dirty shithole. Right? President Trump said so. He did. I heard him. Well, no, I didn't hear him say that, but someone I thought said that he said that.
What the fuck, over?
What the fuck over?
What's going on here?
Hold on, son, let me call. Let me call. Let me call. This will be historic if it's
I agree.
heroic.
It could be historic. This could all be historic. It could be a fucking historic night.
I'm on the phone with my son.
I agree. It could be a historic night. Historic night.
I'm on the phone.
Historic night.
Oh, historic. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is
Like
true.
Wolf Moon.
You know, it could be very realistic that son and daughter are here by this weekend. In a reality, there's a reality where there's a timeline where all of that happens.
It says you're supposed to get so high that you feel like you're in another galaxy.
I feel like that every
And then
day,
watch
you know. I'm a bunch of
Watch the moon
apes.
anyway.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we got to put this on. Hold on. No, stop the Facebook call. Stop the Facebook call. Hello, son. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got this on record. I'm on record right now, son, and I'm so happy because it's a story. This is the first time I've been able to call you on a phone. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. And it's not a video call. And so now, Mr. Austin, you can talk to yourself all goddamn night, and I won't care because the earpiece is on my ear, and I can hear my son.
So
when
I
he's
can talk
saying,
now.
You can talk to yourself over in the corner over there somewhere.
I have to move if I talk.
Well, just whatever.
Oh,
Whatever. Whatever's clever.
can I sit here and still talk?
You see Uncle Austin still a moron. Yes, you can. You can sit there and talk.
Fantastic.
You
Fantastic.
can talk. No talking, no stalking, no walking, no talking. Hey, son, I'm very happy to hear your voice, as you can tell. And now that you're inside, now that I know you're
Where's my
inside,
vagina at?
now that
Can
you're
I say shit
inside,
like that?
and you are inside, I know. Um, and you're right. I'm sorry. I want to thank you for your advice. And apologize for the frustration that you may have felt at the fact that when I said I just woke up at 11 a.m., right before lunchtime here, an hour, well, actually, right about half an hour, hour and a half before, a little bit before lunchtime, before the noontime. My apologies to you, son. On that, I also wish to inform you, and I don't wish you to worry, please do not worry. Do not let this be a iota of concern to you if I inform you this, and when I inform you this, but I'll inform you. And it's not to make an excuse at all either, but just to inform you. That on any other Monday, on any other January, you would be absolutely probably right. But it's been a weird month and a weird season, and our government has been like allegedly shut down. Our president, has shut the government down before Christmas. I don't know if you've heard anything in the news or not, but we have people that are all the government workers, like the parks workers, all the government people, they're not getting paid. He refuses to pay the government or fund the government until he gets his wall, this wall thing that he wants to build between Mexico and USA, which is asinine. It's asinine. But it's affected Uncle Bill. That's why Uncle Bill was home today. That's why he was able to help me today too. I mean, so I would imagine, but we know that Petty. Are you there, son? Are you still there? You there? Okay. So we know that the senator's not volunteering. We know that he's very well taken care of, right? But perhaps his staff, we've been getting a lot of those. When Dad calls, he gets the answering machines and leaves messages on their voicemails, which is rather unusual. You would think that when you call the senator's office, and he has no less than like 6 of them, and that includes 6 staff or employees, not just one, but a whole office full. He employs a lot of people. The government employs a lot of people, and people haven't been getting paid. So some people volunteer. Reed, he's the chief he's the important guy. I would expect to hear from him. But if they're not getting phone calls and emails or whatever they're doing, Dad's not quite sure. But he knows that Reed is checking on your confirmations because he said so Friday. He responded immediately to your dad on Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, or was it Thursday? It might have been Thursday. But anyway, it was who knows. The point is that he replied, and the moment he had that information, he promised to do something. That's what I want you to know. That's the only takeaway that you have right there. There's no excuse for this government being shut down. There's no excuse for your father sleeping until 11. There's no excuse for Donald Trump being president. There's no excuse for a wall between the United States of America and Mexico. There is no excuse for this person to be homeless, your father to be homeless. There is absolutely no excuse for this stuff. And so I just wanted to apologize to you again, son, because you're absolutely right. And on any other day, you'd be even 100% right. And unfortunately, and I mean unfortunately, that's the truth. But how is it going to affecting people? I don't really know. I really don't know. People are worried they're not going to get their tax returns. People are worried they're not going to get their pension checks and their food stamps, and that the sun will never rise again. But I've seen government shutdowns, and it's a political brouhaha. It's a huff and a puff and it's a show, It's a show to anger people and frustrate people and get them all screwed up in the head and angry with each other when they're really just concerned about dirty Jeremy paper that has been, money that they buy their food with because they don't, we're disconnected. And Mondays, even in Mondays in the United States of America, son, you're going to learn Mondays are kind of like, they're not ghost Mondays so much, but Mondays are notorious for, you never, as a salesperson or as just a person in the corporate world in business, or if I was working for the senator, no. We don't start on Mondays early. People hate Mondays. They never, and if they do anything Mondays, they're catching up with their Fridays, or they're talking about how much they enjoyed their weekend, how often they got some sex or some liquor or some drugs or some sex or some liquor or some drugs or some rock and roll, of course, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. For people like me, it's just rock and roll. But so anyway, son, that's all I want to say. Hey, I don't want to use your minutes either, son. I don't want to use these minutes. I'm very happy to hear from you. And I'm going to be working on this, and Dad's working on everything. You know, Dad's juggling a lot. And I'm so happy that you let me know. Mom and daughter are fine, right? Of course they are. Or you would have said something, I know. Yeah, I just like to hear it. I just like to ask. I like to ask about them because, I mean, you know, I do. All right? You're all in my prayers. You're my family. The what? It's not costing me a lot? Oh my God, I never thought about my costs, son. I better get the hell off the phone. I've never called international on this phone ever. I didn't even think this phone could call international, sir. I don't, well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it does not matter. However, whatever the cost is, the cost is. You're worth every single cent. You're priceless. You're worth your weight. You're more, a million times in gold. My gosh. A million times in gold, son. You're priceless. And thank you for checking it. And there was no need to be frustrated today. And I regret that you were frustrated. I should have informed you that I was sleeping with my sisters at my sister's house in a bed, and I intended to, you know, sleep in a little bit of rest. That's the communication ball dropped. Dad, you dropped the communication ball. You promised me, Dad, that you were going to inform me when your phone was going to be down, or you were going to be down. Well, I never said me after that. Well, did I? I think I did. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry if I concerned you. But I called every single office. Hey, did you get that? I thought I sent you a recording too. You see, the video didn't. I made a video of that too, but it didn't come through. It didn't work out. But you could hear it. The screen was green. Anyway, son, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's reserve our phone time because we do know Facebook is free. Okay, so if we want to talk, I know my phone's not free. I know your phone's not free. I know these are real numbers that we're burning up here. So I'm very happy to know now that yes, Dad can call you, but remind Dad to make it quick and brief and short and to the point and functional because Dad's paying for it. And Facebook's free, and so is Skype. And they both have cash apps too. What else is a free chat? WhatsApp. The number one app in the world, ladies and gentlemen, WhatsApp. For a very, very good reason. WhatsApp. For a very good reason. And my son turned me on to that because I was even telling son when we met, I'm like, not another app. Not another app. Not another app, please. Not another app. I was apped out. I was apped out. I was apped out. What? Oh, okay, yes, please, please, please. Mom Victorine, lady. Thank you. Hello, Mom. Yes, yes. Very good to hear your voice. And very good to hear, yes, 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 yes. So much surrounding you. No, dear, do not be sorry. No, 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 no. Don't be sorry at all. Don't be sorry at all. I support you, the ministry, and you 100 million%, dear. Um, and I regret that it's, um, yeah, no, dear, I'm so happy to, I'm just so happy to hear your voice every time I hear it. And I know you're very, very busy and very in demand, and that's what I explained to Son too, because they were very concerned about you the other day on your way when you were late from the Capitol, and I assured him. I said, well, we pray. That's what we do, and we prayed. And how you? Yeah, bon bon, très bien. Um, Très bien. Were you in danger? Were you in danger? Well, we're always in danger. We're always in danger. I get that. But were you? I mean, I understood that that someone needed you, and you stayed at the church. But I don't know. Oh my. Oh, good. Oh, yes, 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 Mom. Yes, Mom. Well, see, I was surprised that you didn't have your passport. That was news to Dad. And then I was surprised that, yes, I was all surprised about that. So, so that I would, mm-hmm, right. And you traveled by yourself alone to the capital? Wow. Yes. Yes. Well, when your mom Victorine and your co-pilot's God and Jesus, you can be courageous like that, I suppose, because you know, because you got to cover you got to cover on every end. You can be probably a little bit more brave. That's a compliment, dear. That's a compliment. Kind of a joke and kind of a compliment, kind of a yeah. It is true, right, right. I know it's true, it's true. That's why it's funny. And that's exactly what I told the kid, well, son. I said, son, you know that woman is very much in demand, and I'm sure someone just needed her, and they needed her when they needed her because, that's when they need you. And son learns, he understands that. He understands that. But he was concerned. We were concerned, and I was so happy to hear that you were okay. And what we're working on now, the program now is I sent the emails to Lionel from the senators. The senators reply. I hope he shared that with you. Friday, I believe it was Friday, or maybe Thursday, um, when the visa confirmation information came through, I forwarded that immediately to the senator's office, and the senator's office immediately got back to me within the same day, within the same hours, like maybe 2 hours later, within 2 hours, and promised that they would be checking in on them and to see if we what the timeline was on it. I discussed with Sun um, most recently, but we had discussed this before. I don't know if he recalls or not. But because it's the United States, and because the senators knows these kids, and because they've done all the background, trust me, done all the backgrounds that they're going to do. They know that they're not a threat, and therefore there's really no necessity for an interview in Yaoundé for these kids. And because there's no necessity for it, if my government is able to facilitate the traveling of their traveling documents to the airport, to Douala there, where they will be flying out of, that is exactly what we've asked to happen, for the benefit of all, for the benefit of all, uh, the benefit of all. And so yeah, and I don't know our timeline because I haven't heard from them on Monday. Lionel son was very upset that I got a late start today, and I can understand that, and I appreciate his frustration. And I told him on any other January Monday of any other year that would be absolutely, well, not. Americans are somewhat lazy. They don't start, especially not on time on Monday. But um, our government has been on what they call a shutdown, where our president says if he doesn't get his way to build a wall between the USA and Mexico, then nobody gets paid, like a little 4-year-old that wants to break everybody's toys. So people haven't been getting paid, and so a lot of people aren't, there to answer the phones and the emails like they usually are. But the guy that we're working with, Director Petty Reed, he's very on point, and I mean this has been going on since before Christmas, so it tells me that he's been watching, and like I said, he replied immediately. So I imagine that we'll have an answer within. Well, I asked Lionel to call me back in 12 hours, which would be noon my time. Yes, noon my time. So I'm hopeful to know something. Okay. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything at all, dear Mom, that I can do for you to help you now? Now you have your passport. You got your passport safely. And you don't need a visa to get into where you're going. Do you need anything that I can help you with? Some travel money, maybe? Are you traveling with people? Is there something that maybe the consulate could do there in Yaoundé, the U.S. consulate could do for my daughter's mother, my son and daughter's mother, Mom Victorine? You know, ask me. After you receive, I don't know if you, I can't promise it like that. I ain't got it like that. But if you ask me, I'll do whatever I can, dear. Okay? And you don't have to answer now. Think about it. And Lionel is going to call me back in 12 hours, okay? Yeah. Christopher. Uh-huh. Oh, oh. He didn't walk for 5 years? Couldn't walk when he was. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. And who's going to how old is your son now? 24. Uh-huh. Is he intending to remain there in your house at the church there in Limbe? Okay. Okay. So he's going to travel with you? Did I lose her? I think I lost her. I lost her. See if I call him again. Thank you.
Oh, what did I do?
I don't know.
Why is everybody always fucking thanking me for no reason?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just don't understand.
Hello? I'm out of minutes. I'm out of minutes. Right in the middle of a Mum Victorine farewell speech. She's leaving on the 25th. She has a son. Now that means I have a son. And he's 24 years old.
Wow.
About to be 25. Alright, let's pause this. Wrinkle cream, cosmetics, wardrobe.
It was a joke.